Hey y'all. How you doing? Y'all, we back. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna allow y'all time, just a little bit time to come in. Now, this morning, those of you who was watching, we kind of like okay, Shawnee. What's up? To the point. This morning when we came live, when we was live, we kind of like educated ourselves due to the fact that one of the baby mother testimony was kind of wishy-washy. We picked up on several some moments that she was having on the stand. We picked up information about the time he came to pick up the car, the day he came to pick up the car on the 9th, and the 10th, or either she said maybe the 11th. She can't remember, then she can remember. We went over this is a word that I always had trouble saying when I was, in school. It was like differentiated between her personality in the courtroom, how it was different on the cell phone, and it matching up what she said. We talked about how she got in her feelings with Jarvis in the courtroom, like an embarrassment. And then on the phone, she was sweet. We talked about a lot of things that's what we're gonna go over today. Now, this video, I chose this particular video that we're gonna watch today. And I want us to do the same thing. I don't care how many times you watch a video, how many times you watch a movie, there is a point in that movie you thought you caught everything. There was a moment that you had to leave from that show. There was a moment you probably dozed off. There was a moment when you didn't understand. So I chose this video, what we're gonna watch and compromise together. It's the cell phone data. The cell phone data means a lot to me. In this video that we're going to examine again together. I want y'all to do something for me. Listen. You don't learn nothing until you pay attention and listen. Now this lady gonna take you to that cell phone data into the baby's mother's house. Now, she said they did not search that car, but they searched her house. But I don't understand why they ain't search. They had to search that car because that car was a part of the evidence. She mentioned to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor bad that, and came back and said, "You said he have what? Many of who? Many of women that will allow her to have a better witness than her." Well, her car is the witness in this thing. And what she said, she's good. She makes some key points. Now, let's match up with what she said. She said he got to the house at 9 p.m. to pick up the car. That's what she said, not me. He came at 9 p.m. And he didn't tell her, "I'm coming back, baby. I'm coming back that day." What's up, Evan? "I'm coming back." He didn't say that. He said, "Let me borrow the car." She thought he was going to do something normal, but he did something abnormal. Well, how could he do something abnormal and normal when you said you don't let him use your car? You just let him, you takes him. He bees in your car. So a lot of things I call her, what she's saying ain't matching. But I can't get it. I've been, what I did to myself, I didn't watch the video that we better watch again. And today, another one is because I want to watch it with y'all. I want to think to y'all because I'm a critical thinker. I want to match her thinking. She thought he was going to be back in 2 hours. Jarvis tricked her, either on the 10th or the 11th. Only reason why I'm saying the 10th and 11th because she didn't know was the 10th or the 11th. That's something that she should never forget, condition of her car. Well, that say she said he came back over her house and brought the car back in that morning, a.m. And she said, he mentioned, "I ain't gonna be gone, but like I ain't gonna do like I did the first time. I'll be back in like 2 to 3 hours." That's what she said. She made her story, "I'm gonna cover up for myself." Y'all got to catch on what she's saying. She covered up for herself because she said that she thought he was gonna bring the car back a couple hours. He used psychology on her and said the next day it was a couple hours. I'm not gonna keep the car like on the 10th, like I did on the 9th. What was Jarvis was doing? Also, when you look at that phone data, remember her times. Remember the time he came and got the car? Just this girl. Just get your mind off the other girl. Just this girl. It's this woman. And remember what she said when she said he came and got borrowed the car again. When he brought the car back, and he wanted to use it again. Now, y'all, that's gonna put whatever job is doing, what job is supposed to be. Now, lastly, the glasses. She didn't have to take them glasses from that boy because they weren't real glasses. She didn't know whether they were real glasses because I didn't look at the glasses. But I was just interested in, I'm saying that she was just interested in the glasses. Why did you take the glasses off your son's face if you weren't interested in the glasses? Come on now. Why did you take the glasses from the boy? You didn't know they was real reading glasses or what? Why did you think that then he didn't know you didn't know they belonged to Jarvis' son? That's what you so why was it important for you to take those glasses that belongs to Naziah Harris from that boy? What is it that she know and she covering up for herself? And Jarvis made her look like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Miss Hyde, that Miss Hyde, Miss Jekyll and Miss Hyde sitting on that stand. Because when it came to that defense attorney, he clowned with her for a minute. He said, "So you got mad when you found out he had men and women?" No, she didn't get mad because she mentioned the men. So you can't get on the stand and jeopardize your word. You can't get up there and say one thing and then you said another thing. One minute you care about jobs, but with women, and then you didn't know about the men and women. You know about the baby mamas, but then you turn around and say he had men and women, so you knew. Then you sat down. Then you sat on the stand and said, "I was fooling around too. I was fooling around with Thank you for the super chat, baby. I was fooling around with somebody else too. You just made yourself, to me, you may know something that we don't know. You make that lady know something that we don't know, y'all. I was doing the same thing. And what she said, and you heard that or something. You in court. So y'all, we about to break. And I want y'all we gonna talk as we go. It's a reaction channel, y'all. It's not a sit it down and just eat turkey wings and hot wings and stuff without talking. You have to, this is part of my work. So we're gonna take that video and we're gonna see what did we miss with that cell phone data. Just like we missed a lot with that baby mama swinging around in that chair with her fishnet stockings on, with her yellow dress, looking good for Jarvis Butts. And she defended her man, her baby daddy, on that stand. Yes, she did. She defended that man. So that's what we about to do now. Let's educate each other. Thank you, to the point.
At this time, Judge, people call Sergeant Melanie O'Rourke. do you investigate at major crimes?
Generally, homicide.
Or have you been in major crimes?
I believe since 2016.
And do you do any specific role within major crimes that requires a little bit of training and education?
Yes.
And what is that?
I do forensic analysis of cellular.
Okay. And what sort of training, very generally right now, what is that?
What types of training?
No. Sorry, new question. Generally, what is called analysis of CDR and tower mapping?
I don't understand your question.
Okay. Have you had any training to do that?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I've had T-Mobile training. T-Mobile is the prevalent company here in the Metro Detroit area. I've had Excel training. Excel is the format that most of our call detail records come back to us in. I've had cell phone use and drug trafficking training, Penlink training. Penlink is the program that the Detroit Police Department utilizes. It basically puts the records in a real format. I've had CATS training, which is an acronym for Call Analysis Training School. I've had Penlink training, PLX training, which is an upgraded form of Penlink. Approximately around 450 hours of specialized training in cellular analysis.
Okay, and that 450 hours in that training, does that allow you to utilize that to generate what you said earlier, tower maps based on your analysis of call detail records? Okay, and what are call detail records?
Historical records.
And does that allow you to place certain things based on cell towers on maps to give it an approximate location of a particular phone number associated?
Yes.
And have you testified as an expert before in this field?
Yes.
And how many times have you done that?
Over 35 times.
And has that been in Wayne County?
Yes.
And have you testified in 36 districts before?
36 and 30 votes.
Judge, at this time, I would move to qualify Sergeant O'Rourke as an expert in the field of forensic analysis of call detail records and tower mapping. Objection. Now, can you describe for the record when you get call detail records, the process that you would go through to generate maps?
Yes. The ORC or the officer in charge would supply a search warrant for a particular target number. We would submit that to the respective cellular company, whether it's T-Mobile, AT&T, or Verizon. They will submit back to us in the form of raw records, usually in Excel format, the call detail records, and other very small subscribers, things like that.
And in terms of the call detail records, what is contained in that spreadsheet? What sort of information is contained within that spreadsheet?
It'll be dates, times, locations, the target number in question, any contact ID, who they're, having any type of activity with, whether it's
Now, y'all, people, I want just a little bit. I want y'all. This is important. She is going to describe to you all the details. Now, the sale records, Jarvis Butts. The sale could have been in one place or two places. We don't know. The sale could have been on him. It's just pay her some attention to what she about to say. Right here.
subscribers, things like that.
And in terms of the call detail records, what is contained in that spreadsheet? What sort of information is contained within that spreadsheet?
It'll be dates, times, locations, the target number in question.
Date, time, and location of Butts. Because don't forget, he did a 3-way call to call the baby mama, and she said, "How you call me?" He called somebody else collect, and they was on the phone trying to make sure that they are cleared up about that car. What information she had about that car? Is that the person is going to be on that data, on that phone data, or is it not? That she didn't say just the number. She said the target number.
Any contact ID, who they're, have any type of activity with, whether it's a text message, a voice call, the duration. There's multiple things associated with it.
And you talked about location. How are those locations generated and put it into that spreadsheet?
So these records will supply an actual latitude, longitude, or a location area code, or other location information for the cell tower that we're just going to say cell phone interacts with.
Okay. And can you describe well, first, silly question, I know, but what is a cell tower? What do you mean by that?
It's the cell towers that you see all over the place. They can be, one of those huge mammoth things that you see. They've got a bunch of cells on there and antennas that you see, or it could be, really small, and but they're all over the place.
Okay. And the records provide a indication of which tower it was, that phone number was interacting with at a specific time.
Yes.
And does that allow you to take that information and put it into a map, or go through a process to generate that location on a map?
Yes, we actually receive the information and put it into a system called Penlink, and that information will, like I said before, will basically put it in a readable format. So the information that you receive today, that's what you can look at.
Now let's talk about this case. Did you do that, follow your process based on your training for a target number of 313-585-8719?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and that was a T-Mobile record, correct?
It was.
Okay. And did you generate maps based on your training and experience using Penlink to map that phone number and that phone at specific times related to these?
I did.
Richard, I'm approaching with people's proposed exhibits 33 through 39. You can take a look at those. Sorry. And are those maps that you generated for that target number ending in 8719?
Oh,
Yes.
At this time, I move to admit people's proposed 33 through 39. Thank you, Judge. Information to public. And on the screen and in your hand is exhibit 33.
Now, 4:09 on the 9th. 4:09 on the 9th. Remember what time? I'm gonna let y'all remember these times and stuff that the baby mama said. He came and got that car on the 9th. She said PM. If I'm not mistaken, she said PM. 4:09 on the 9th. Keep an eye on that. And the time. Keep an eye on that.
Coming or outgoing? Did he make the phone call or did somebody call him? And then you have the contact ID, which is who the device was contacting or interacting with.
Okay, and that would have been the phone number that it was, that in this case, that we're looking at, an outgoing call was placed to.
Yes.
All right, so let's back up to the date, January 9th, 2024, is, that's what it says on exhibit, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How do you know to do that date in particular for this case?
So for all of these maps, this was requested by the officer in charge.
That information is supplied to you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the details of other parts of this investigation, or are you just taking the information the OIC gives you?
I know the general information, but this is, they asked for a specific date and time, and this is what we placed on the map.
Okay. And then moving over to the next room for time, it says 16:09 and 24 seconds, correct?
That's, yes.
So that's my next question. You said that that's in UTC time. Can you describe or tell us what UTC time is?
So this time that you have here is in our time, Eastern Standard Time. UTC time is Universal Time Coordinated, and that's going to have, that's like on the world clock. So you're going to have -4 or -5. While records come back to us in Universal Time Coordinated, and then we turn around and put it in our time so that you can read it and know that what time it happened here.
And so, just to be clear, the 16:09 or 4:09 p.m. is what time it was in Detroit,
Yes.
where this one was at 4:09 on January 9th.
Okay. On January 9th. Who was calling Jarvis? They ain't even talk that long. Who was calling Jarvis when Nazaria Harris was right there? This some tricky stuff. Because she wasn't missing and she wasn't a runaway. She was nothing. She was called in on the 9th. She wasn't nothing called in on the 9th for her. And she usually be at home. So right now, we don't know if she a runaway, if she missing, or if she just do what she want to do. We don't know that we don't know if she missing. We don't know if she run away. All we know a little, the baby ain't there. But who was that calling Jarvis? And what they talking about?
And that's a conversion that you have to do based on whether it's -4 or -5.
Yes.
What does that depend on, -4 or -5?
It's
to optimize your website for LLMs. I asked AI about us. It mentioned it.
It's the UTC time, Universal Time Coordinated. So it's on the world clock. So our Eastern Standard Time will change, fall back or spring forward based on the summer and the winter. And so during the summertime, it's going to be -4 from UTC time, and then during the winter time, it's going to be -5. So we just put it in so that the time that you have here is Eastern Standard Time.
And then /CID, what that information means and why it's important.
So that's your location information. Your LAC is location area code, and then the SID or CID is your cell ID.
Okay. And that is what allows you to generate, part of what allows you to generate the map that we see below?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the map that we see below. First, you have those two lines going out in almost a incomplete triangle. Can you tell us what we're looking at there and what's in the middle?
Yes. So the middle part, you're actually looking at the, and it's going to be about a mile long here in the Metro Detroit area. The cell coverage that you're looking at for any particular tower is usually about a mile. So that V is a representation of the intended area coverage of the cell phone company.
Okay. And then there's a little pie chart in the middle in a little shape. Can you tell us what that means?
Yes, that is the intended area
Okay,
coverage.
so that's the mile that you were talking about.
Yes.
And then you have a blue dot located just above the top line there. Can you tell us what that is indicating?
That blue dot indicates 9,000 Connor, and that was requested to be placed on the map at this particular time.
Okay. And so what essentially is your conclusion about this map that we're looking at here? What does all of this mean?
In this particular date and time, so January 9th at around 4:09 p.m., the target device that we're looking at ending at 8719 is consistent with being in the area of the 9,000 Connor.
And how precise is this location? I mean, you say in the area, there's no specific spot that you can say this was at this address. How precise can you get with this?
So we can only tell you what the address and location of the cell tower and their intended coverage. They actually give you that. So you're working with Raven. So it's not going to be an exact V that you see here. You're going to be working with VOA. So it can be a little bit outside of the V, inside of the V, but basically this is just to demonstrate, the intended area coverage.
34, which is on the screen. First, is this the same information that we saw in Exhibit 33 across the top of the map in Exhibit 34?
Yes.
Okay. And you have 4 rows here instead of 1. Why do you have 4 rows instead of 1 in this map?
And this is the officer in charge requested to see a travel duration. So in the time between, I have 1838 and 1922, there are actually, that happened in between is a lot. So basically we are showing the travel from, the blue dot indicates 9,000 Connor, and then the black dot indicates Ypsilanti. They wanted to depict the travel from 9,000 Connor down to Ypsilanti during this time period.
And the first time period that you have for row number 1 is 1838 and 16 seconds.
Yes.
So that would be 6:38 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. And is there a corresponding number on the map that relates to each row?
Yes, and you can actually see the row column. So number 1 is going to coincide with number 1, which is just the 9,000 Connor area. And then you see on row number 2, it's depicted on the map as number 2. And it's traveling down 94 west. And then number 3 coincides with line number 3, and then 4 and 2.
Okay. And so your conclusion, correct me if I'm wrong, would be that for number 4, at around 19, 22, and 33 seconds, that phone is in the area of Ypsilanti.
Just west of the
Just west of it.
I believe there's a little town there. Because
And 1923, that would be 7:22 p.m., correct? Going to Exhibit 35.
Okay. What I'm not focusing on today, if you notice, I'm not focusing on the phone numbers. I'm focusing on the time and the dates. Because I got to remember what the baby mama said. So I'm not even worried about the phone numbers. I don't care who called him. I'm trying to see how he's moving.
And on Exhibit 35, which is on the screen now, you have, again, 4 rows, but there's different coloring for that information. Can you describe what we're looking at and what the coloring is?
Yes. So yes. So the blue dot indicates 9,000 Wilshire.
We talk about Wilshire, where he lives. He went home. Job about to start panicking now. He think he don't been on the phone. They Wilshire. Here we go. And Connor, we're gonna focus on them too.
In charge of to be placed on the map, and they wanted to show that this device was in the area of either of
Tell
these.
us about the lines closer to the 9,000 Connor location and what ones those correspond to in your records up there.
So this is an RTT report, or a timing advance report, and the row number 1 and 2, which one is a dark blue.
What is the connection?
Dark blue line,
What's the
and other
connection
light
with? Excuse me. What is the connection between involving Nazaya is Wilshire and Shop? Mm, 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 mm. What is that connection with his house and Nazaya? Did he leave her over there until he finished doing what he got to do? Did he hide her over there? What did he do when he went there? I'm just saying. Because he went there. They was talking. So they was communicating. Even they didn't answer. Because I don't answer my phone, I mean I'm not at home. That I know I don't want to dare. I'm changing my mind about something. I don't like this because this spooky. Allegedly. Okay. 8 p.m. Come on. We because he got the he did something at that Wilshire. And the reason why I'm glad you put that 8 p.m. Don't forget on the night at 8 p.m. he came and got her car. So where was Nazaya Harris when he got in car? Was she at the house? Where was she? Was she at the shop?
Connor location and what ones those correspond to in your records up there.
So this is an RTT report, or a timing advance report, and the row number 1 and 2, which one is a dark blue line, and the other is a light blue line, all indicate approximately around the area of 9,000 Connor during the time of 2028 and 2042, which is 8:28 p.m. and 8:42 p.m.
Okay. And so is it fair to say that this phone was in the area of 9,000 Connor at those times on January 9th?
It's consistent with being around the area.
And then the other two, the purple and
Oh, 8:59 p.m. So he's still over there at Wilshire? Okay. Is Wilshire is where the baby mama lives? Y'all said earlier that the other girl who didn't want to testify stayed in that house. Think about it, y'all. Is that's the at Wilshire? The other girl live at Wilshire? Or did the baby mama live at Wilshire? Because the reason why I'm saying that is because we at 9 o'clock. Okay, Angel at Wilshire. Angel, okay, I don't know Angel. I don't know these names, but that's the other baby mom, the other baby mother. That's the other girlfriend, not the blue card. Okay, because this gonna be important, y'all. If we should we believe the time that the baby mama said? Should we?
3362 Wilshire during that particular time.
And so, does that indicate that the phone?
RT team is a real-time tool, or T-Mobile will send out and its historical location information. It's not necessarily text messages, or as long as the phone is on and the cell tower basically, or if the base is able to get in contact with the device and back. So basically, it's the time that it takes for a base station to send out a signal and then have it received back from the device.
Is it fair to say that that's more of a passive interaction between the phone? There's no input on the phone that's required for this?
Okay, thank you, babe.
At all. There's not, any cellular activity at that time. It's basically for, efficiency and performance by the network.
Going to exhibit 36 now.
So tasty, Greek gods. We are Blood Cancer United, the world's leading organization focused solely on blood cancer research, support, and advocacy.
See, y'all, the time. See, the testimony coming from the what you say her name, Letitia. I don't want to call. Okay, let's say the lady with the blue card. Okay, hold on for a minute. Let me read the chat. Just my opinion. Did the one with the blue card have a lot to do? See, Evelyn, we can't jump to that conclusion because you saw it with us today. That's something that you got to ask yourself. Because that's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're doing now. Because, see, she said, the blue card said, the baby mama said that he was there at 9 p.m., but he was at Wilshire with Angel. I'm not gonna say her name, with the other lady. See, y'all got to figure that out. And the jury. That's why it's best to pay attention. Okay, it's gonna if you're not if that's okay.
Which lines can you tell us? Basing you have 8 lines and what they're in.
Number 3662 January 9th from 22:53 or 10:53 p.m. to January 10th of 2024 at 1:11 a.m.
Okay. So that's the time you're analyzing here from which is midnight on the 9th going into the next morning.
Hold on. What? Okay, I'm looking at this map, and I'm the type of person I was raised to ask questions. If you look at line, if you look at line 4, 5, 6, 7, still to me it should be a star LAC and a CID time right there. Still should be a number in that box, but it's not a number in that box. Still should be a data. That's what we call data. Well, we call it data and data. Still, it should be a number in that box. Why isn't a number? Now, it's just me about being curiosity. Why isn't a number right there? Why is it? I hope she tell us that, because I missed that. I missed that information. I didn't pay that information no attention, like line 4 through 7. And I don't have a number there. It's no number there. It's no a star LAC and a CID there. Regardless if they were testing in answering the phone or not answering the phone, even if it's complete, it still should have been a data right in them boxes. Making me suspicious about this.
Number 36 is a cause report tower map of the date and time of January 9th from 22:53 or 10:53 p.m. to January 10th of 2024 at 1:11 a.m.
So that's the time.
Okay, so my question is, y'all listen. See, look, y'all, I don't like to confuse. I have notes, and I don't feel like getting them notes. At that 10:53, wait a minute, hold up. Because I got it on, I don't remember, but I got it written down. We'll share, if that's supposed to be allegedly Angel house, where Angel stay, then where is Latricia? Where is Latricia time? Where is her time on the map? You get me? They didn't mention her street yet, have they? They haven't mentioned her street. Her data still be up there too. Now, if we're gonna put Latricia in that house on Wilshire, it'll make it be a 9 o'clock. But other than that, you have to ask yourself that. Y'all got to ask yourself that. Because if Latricia, if he came and got her car, where's that data? If it's on Wilshire, if Angel was staying in the house. I don't like to confuse y'all, but I don't see her time. I don't see Latricia time on here. And that making me put Latricia at Wilshire. But no, I'm just saying that's the way the data is making me do, because I don't see where he came and got her car at 9 p.m. It's important to me because that's the car the glasses was in. I don't hear her talking about that time. Now she on 1053. Y'all, I know somebody understand what I'm saying from what we talked about this morning. Y'all got to be, there's some, some that we talked about this morning. So I don't, the Delta is putting Latrice over there on wheelchair. If we gonna say he came and got the car at 9 o'clock, because he came by that house. But she don't stay there, allegedly, what you said this morning, what we talked about this morning. You see what I mean? To the point. We said that you said that's where Angel stay on wheelchair. But that time is putting him at wheelchair at 9 p.m. But where is the time that he came and got the car from Tricia? It's weird. That's something to think about, y'all. Because now we about to go on the night at 10:53. Y'all got 10:53. He already have her car. He has her car. Think about it. He has her car. You said Tricia was probably lying. Now you get what I'm saying about the time. But she's not on the map, period. What I'm saying, she's not on the map, period. Even if she was lying about the time, her house is not on the map for me. If she went at Wilshire, unless the lady right here, I don't know. I think she professional with her work. She knows her work. But Latricia Delta is not up here. I got a problem with that. Her data is not here. So if they track Jarvis, who was in the blue car? Now see, what that did to the point went to the point to where his phone was. His phone wasn't in the blue car. Because he knew he was going to come to her house, so she's not on the map. I'm just going by the information that the lady, the report going by. They didn't get that. So who was driving the blue car is the question. But he came and got the blue car. Why isn't that on the map? Because he's smart. Where the phone was. Where did he leave that phone? Who had his phone? Right, Evan. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because somebody got his phone, hit that phone somewhere. Because his phone would have tracked him coming to get her car. She took the stand and said he came and got her car. But he did go to Wilshire. The Wilshire time put Latrice in, but it seemed like they're not in the same house. If we're going to go by the information that we're talking about earlier. But it will put her on the map if she live on Wilshire. But allegedly, from what we talked about this morning, she doesn't. Now, I know, I'm telling you, I know she's not on the map because I just said she wasn't on the map. Now, not this morning. That's not what Latricia said. Tricia said he came over there at 9 p.m. She said he came on my house at 9 p.m. But look. He was at her house at 9 p.m. Somebody not telling the truth here. I ain't talking about us. I'm talking about her. Or she could be telling the truth, confused, don't remember times. Either something suspicious right here because they don't have her time. I ain't talking about the phone call. I'm talking about when she said he came and got the car at 9 p.m. It's not on the map. But this is where they tracing his phone. He's smart. He's smart. Jarvis Butt is smart. He know where to put that phone because God, man, they could be tracing the throwing cotton picking phone. But they didn't trace the phone going over to Latree's house. That's important, y'all. And it's important that she said they didn't search the car. I believe they searched the car. But okay, let's stick with it now. Cause right now we don't skip to 10:53. So 9 p.m. is not showing us that he went to her house. It should be on the map. Everywhere he traveled should be on the map. Y'all got to understand now. Everywhere he traveled should be right here on this map. Unless he left that phone somewhere so it won't track her house. See, I'm talking about Jarvis slipped. I see what he did. Now we on the map still on January the 9th. How he still didn't bring her car to about 8 o'clock the next day. But we still on the 9th. At 10:53, he still got her car.
PM to January 10th of 2024 at 1:11 a.m.
Okay. So that's the time you're analyzing here. It's from closer to midnight on the 9th, going into the next morning, early morning on the 10th, correct?
Yes.
All right, and going to the second page of this exhibit. Can you tell us what we're looking at in this map on the second page of exhibit 36?
In this map, we're looking at rows 1, 2, and 3. So the red dot that you have right there smack dab in the middle indicates 2000 Harper, which is the Park Crest Hotel. And then the next slide has a different address associated with it. But
Closer to midnight on the 9th, going into the next morning, early morning on the 10th, correct?
yes.
All right, and going to the second page of this exhibit. On the second page, exhibit 36.
In this map, we're looking at rows 1, 2, and 3. So the red dot that you have right there smack dab in the middle of the Park Crest Hotel.
The hotel. Now, that sounds like the hotel across the street from the job. Like that's 9,000 corner on the right. I know we went through the, but I'm going back now. 9,000 corner is across the street at that gas station, and 2,000 Hopper is on that street. So he had the hotel across the street from the job. Why? Why is he at Parkhurst at that time? Where is Naziah? Is she on wheelchair? Or is she in the car? Where is she? She went at the hotel. Driver got his cell phone. Who took Jarvis to get that girl a car? They got to have that information because the information is on his phone. If they were keeping up with the phone records, he had to go. Latrice's address not even on. Latrice not even on the map, allegedly. Where is that phone at to put him at? To go over. Where is the phone? When he came and picked the car up, he can't drive two cars. Who brought him over there? Because his phone is traveling with someone to come get the car. Who came and got here? Who is with this young man to come get that car? Because he can't drive her car. Who did she see come pick him up? He walked? Don't believe it. He park around the corner because he hiding somebody. So we at the hotel now. Where is Messiah? Where's the blue car? Where is Messiah in the blue car somewhere? When did he drop the blue car off? Was he at the blue car at the park rest? Y'all, this is something we got to think about. Because I know I ain't the only one thinking like this. So did he drive the car to Parkcrest? Was he in the truck? Because this right here now, it just put him in a vehicle. Where his phone? Now she said it's slick. Y'all got to pay some attention. She said it has a different. This place right here got a different address. See, they trying to they doing what they supposed to do. They're supposed to say something for the trial. She said this one. She said it so fast. She said, "Now this one right here, and it's another address." And then she went head on and started talking to y'all right there. So who was there? Where was he at? Right here on Farway, whatever. What's the name of that street? I can't see with that mark on it. Edel, Edsel, Elsa Ford, Parkway. Who stay there? Because that's where the phone being pinging at. Somebody he's associating with. Where's Messiah? Think about what I'm saying, y'all. This right here. What's going on right here on Farway, Parkway? Exafort. I guess they Exafort right there. I'm not sure. Parkway. What's going on right here? So on the 10th, 1:11 a.m., he still got that woman car out there. Because he's supposed to bring it back that morning. He gonna bring it back that morning at 8 a.m.
Analyzing years from closer to midnight on the 9th, going into the next morning, early
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry because I dropped my phone. Hold on for a minute. Then what you see? Let me see what you're saying because I'm trying to pay attention. Let me see. You said if even if it's supposed to be as that from what she's saying. These are her exact time, not what I'm making up and stuff like that. It's what she's saying. What we are doing is analyzing, trying to like you said, she the professional professors right here, and she telling us things, but I'm keeping up with this man on this map, and it's some things missing on these maps. Maybe they saving it for the trial because it's a missing LACCID. It's a missing Latrice information is not here. But at first they told me when we first, worked together that was her house, that it was Will Shepherd. I don't know. Don't know these folks. But got to keep an eye on Slick Rick. That's what you got to keep an eye on, Slick Rick.
At 1:11 a.m.
Okay. So that's the time you're analyzing here is from closer to midnight on the 9th, going into the next morning, early morning.
Right, to the point.
Right, and going to the second page of this exhibit. Can you tell us what we're looking at in this map on the second page of exhibit 36?
In this map, we're looking at rows 1, 2, and 3. So the red dot that you have right there smack dab in the middle indicates 2000 Harper, which is the Park Crest Hotel. And then the next slide has a different address associated with it. But what we're looking
See,
at right here,
now y'all, she said the next line is 4, 5, and 6. And she know I don't pay. I'm talking to y'all, but this lady don't know her butt because he's socializing with someone. Address on Parkway.
Park Crest Hotel.
And is that in Harper Woods?
Now, see, he said something that I'm glad he said because I would wonder what's in Harperwood. He said something that I see, y'all, we already went over this, but I'm just saying, I'm paying attention because I was just saying to myself, is that Harperwood? Is that over there across the street from the job? Is that the hotel across the street from the job? Okay. I'm trying to find out who allegedly, who is this other, what's going on? Is she dropped off anywhere while he at the hotel? Where is she if he at the hotel? Was her car at the hotel, the blue car, or the white truck at the hotel? That's something they have to tell us. She gonna say she don't know where Harperwood. She gonna say she's supposed to be the professionist in this area. She don't know where is it. Is it on Harperwood? You didn't study your information before you came. I mean, you should know that about Harperwood. You don't did all the schooling in the world. I don't know.
that's just off of, that's 94 highway, correct?
Yes.
Oh. And the two towers, or the two lines that you have here, does that indicate the phone was interacting with those towers at the times in rows 1, 2, and 3?
Yes. You see the dark blue tower on the south side facing north. That's the area coverage. And then you have the light tower up top, the light blue, which is number 3, and that's facing downward, and they encompass they overlap the area of the Parkhurst Hotel.
Okay. And the phone's interacting with both those towers at 12:37 in the morning on the 10th.
Between 10:53 and 12:37 a.m.
And then going to the third page of this map, what are we looking at here on the third page? What rows do they correspond to?
This third page is going to have a purple dot that indicates 4 East Alexandria, and that is another location that was significant for the officer in charge to place on the map.
It says significant. Alexandria.
Here on the third, what rows do they correspond to?
This third page is going to have a purple dot that indicates 4 East Alexandria, and that is another location that was significant for the
He left the hotel and he went to Alexandria for what? He left the hotel going over there. He getting nervous now. He go to what's over there in West Alexandria from the map. Why is he there? Why is he over at that? Why did he leave? This is significant, y'all. Is she still alive? Why he leaves when he left the hotel to go to a woman's house? That's something we got to think about. Where is Naziah when he over there? Why you leave the hotel going to her house? Where is Naziah? But it looked like you should have been thinking about bringing that woman car home. Did he pick her up? Did he pick this young lady up? Allegedly pick this young lady up from this address, Alexandria? He didn't. What did he go over there for? On the 9th, knowing that Naziah missing. Well, it's not on the news that she missing. Well, nobody mentally thought she was missing, but they called and asked him, have he seen her?
In charge to place on the map.
And sorry, maybe I missed you saying this. What rows does it correspond to?
And that corresponds with the purple row. So each color represents the call detail records, the color on the call detail record report. So that's going to be row number 8 at 1:11 a.m. on the 10th of January.
And this is all for that target number ending in 8916. to Exhibit 37. Which
You know, it's crazy that the auntie said that's the hotel where he take his women. What woman did he take there? What woman did he take to that hotel? Because that is the hotel that he take his women. But he did something strange. Did he have a woman at the hotel? Because that's the hotel the auntie said he take a woman. That hotel, she named two hotels, that one and another one. So he didn't have no woman when came to that hotel. He went to the woman after the hotel on the other side of town, on Alexandria. Why he ain't put that woman up and bring that woman back to the hotel? That's why he go to the hotel. Jarvis is doing a lot of unusual, abnormal things. It's not normal. So now he got to get off on this side of town, on that side of town with Parkcrest. He can't even sit still for a second in that hotel because he nervous.
Chris, can you tell us again what we're looking at in the 3 rows on the first page of this exhibit?
So this is a time in advance report. You've got the row, the target, the day, and these are all in the color black and on the map for the second page. And basically it's showing on January 10th, 2024 from 22:51, which is 10:51 p.m. to 22:53 or 10:53 p.m.
So later in the day on the 10th.
On the second day, yes.
Okay, so we moved almost 24 hours, or 20 hours up from the last map, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And if we could go to the second page. And where is this phone interacting with on at the time that you just said later in the day on the 10th?
The information received from the cell phone company is right around Greenfield and 7 Mile.
Is that in the city of Detroit, Wayne County?
Wait a minute, around Greensfield. Who live in Greensfield? Hold on, let me go back right here. I need to hear what she said, what he said it right here. Now what you say, baby? I often wonder if he just went to the motel to clean himself up. And that's a good idea too. Because he wasn't there long. He wasn't there long. He had to get all that evidence off of him. Which the evidence gonna stay on him. Because it ain't that easy to get off. But that's something to think about too. Did he go there to do that? Because he didn't stay long. Somebody should see some kind of reaction on this man because something happened. He if he haven't done this before, he's doing something mentally, panicking, holding his composure. He's acting, he buck-eyed it. He doing something that somebody should have recognized. He ain't the same. He can't act the same if he ain't never did this before. Y'all know how we act when we ain't never did something before. We ain't gonna act the same. If we ain't never did it before, we gonna act different. So the demeanor is very important. Even if that girl didn't see they not when he left that hotel and went over there to the other girl, she should know something. What's wrong with you, Jarvis? Why you over here? Why you breathing hard? What's wrong with you? Why you looking like that? Why something? Something. And he got that girl call all that night, all that morning. Wait a minute, now this is the 10th. This on the 10th. He ain't got her, he brought her car back. He wasn't going on for 2 hours. brought the car back at 8. But when he got it again, I forgot what time we said. He brought it back from the video we did this morning. Because she was throwing us off. I don't remember the time. I don't know. But here, it's telling me that she got her car. Why is that phone not binging with his phone in her car? That's the question I got to ask. Why it's not pinging her? Why didn't it ping her car when he came back over there and borrowed the car again? Remember, she said he wanted to borrow the car. He said, I ain't gonna be gone like I've been gone. So she got her car at these times. But she ain't on the map though.
So later in the day on the 10th.
On the second day, yes.
Okay, so we moved almost 24 hours, or 20 hours up from the last map, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And if we could go to the second page. And where is this phone interacting with on
Hold on, y'all. I got to step away for a second. Jesus. Oh. Ain't going nowhere. Ouch. Got to keep an eye on Slit Rick. Okay. So this is the question I got right here. On the 10th at this time right here, she got her car. What is he driving around in now? A big white truck? What is he riding around in now, y'all? What is Jarvis riding around in now? Because she has her car. If we going to go by what she said. But I really don't think she knows. That when I said she, the baby mother that took the stand. Who car he has now? He riding around in. On the 10th. At night.
Company is right around Greenfield and somehow.
Is that in the city of Detroit, Wayne County? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh. And going down to exhibit 38. We're looking.
When you feel a cold coming on, there's a better way to calm. With Cold Calm.
We're looking at a lot more rows on exhibit 38. Can you tell us what we're looking at here?
Yes, this is the time period right after that time was all the way up until 2253. So here we have from 2340, which is 11
Yeah, I'm just curious about what did he do when he went to Alexandria? What did he do? What did he get? What did he do? Cause he all over here in 7 miles at 11:59 p.m. on the 10th. After he took that girl car back later on, I don't even see where it's on the map that he took her his car. I don't see on the map nothing about the Trisha and when he took that car back over there. His phone is very important. We have on this map right here had to not pick up the time when he took her car back because he didn't keep it that long.
And this is so just about 40 minutes after the pre-cut, correct? Approximately. Okay. And was there information in the records, if you know, between those two times, that 40-minute gap there?
They gave us a time in advance records.
Okay. And going to the second page of this, on the map here first, can you tell us what that red dot indicates on the map?
So that red dot indicates 7 Mile of Berg.
And in terms of the circles around that, what do those represent?
The time in advance distance from the cell tower. So that's all going to be around 7 Mile of Berg area.
And is it fair to say then that this phone was interacting with those towers at the times you indicated was in the Milenberg area?
Yes.
And can you go back up to the first page? In row 1, what time there?
Row 1 is going to be on January 10th of 2024. On 23:40, which is 11:40 p.m.
And what is the time on the last row?
January 10th of 2024 at 23:59. And that was just because the officer had asked for just that day. It actually
Wait a minute.
indicates.
He did what? Officer?
Last row, what is the time on the last row?
January 10th of 2024 at 23:59. And that was just because the officer had asked for just that day.
He asked an officer? Or officer asked? An officer questioned him. Job them some folk want to know what you doing in the streets. That officer ask him something. In order for an officer to ask you something, they suspicious of why you out there applying her clothes in the woods. Why you trying to do something that you trying to act like a killer, but you're not one, allegedly. So I know when that officer pulled him over and he turned them blue and red lights on Java. I bet them eyes got so big. And I bet their hair just slicked on down back like Slick Rick. I know he tripped. He tripped like good Joe. This is crazy. I would have been so nervous when I know I've been doing wrong. On those 2 days, I've been doing so wrong. Lord, please forgive me. I've been doing so wrong, so many wrong stuff. Now, police officer should have been the one. I wish he could have seen the sign. Oh no, hey man, what's up, man? What's up? That's how he talking to the officer. Let me put on my acting robe. Now, he could still have that blue car. He could still have that blue car now. And the reason why I said it, because she said, I don't believe it was the 10th or the 11th. I don't know which one it was. Was it the 10th or was it the 11th? I can't remember. Oh, yes, it was. It was the 10th. She don't know herself. She was just glad to see Jarvis. She wasn't even worrying about the car. She worried about her boo. So she can be off time, like you said earlier, too, to the point. She could be off. Now we talking about nothing else. I'm talking about off with the time. Because she don't know if he brought the car back on the 10th or the 11th. Because it's not showing on the map that her car came back at 10ish, so on the 10th, early or late. But it's telling us how long he had the car. So he could still be in the blue car.
This exhibit was there from 11:42 at the very least midnight, almost on the 10th, correct?
The time advance records, yes.
And again, this is timing advance. This is the passive interaction, no input from the phone or the user, correct?
Yes, no calls, no text, or nothing. This is just the signals that the station is getting to Wachee.
And going to exhibit 39, and can you tell us what we're looking at on the first page of 39?
This is important right here, y'all. If we're gonna talk about this, y'all, after we're gonna have questions and answers after
The
this.
only coffee left for high antioxidants and nutrients, making your daily coffee routine one of your healthiest habits.
So this is going to be essentially a combination of the last two exhibits that we just saw. So this is going to be from January 10th of 2024 at 9:40, January 11th of 2024, the next day, or the next morning at 1:34 a.m.
And that we're looking at.
On the front of the screen is going to red dot indicating 7.
And
Why's she going back here? I wonder why she going back here. Why they talking and saying the same thing again? Greenfield and the area right here with a cemetery. Y'all don't think Jarvis but allegedly buried her? Y'all don't think he buried her in a cemetery? Because they about to get back over him. They about to come back to what we already talked about.
in terms of what rows correspond to that one, how long that phone?
Okay, so starting with row 1, it's down in the purple area on the right-hand screen. You see that?
Y'all, these times, and y'all remember we talked about the fiance, right? There are times not binging in the baby mama time. It's not working with this map. It's not working with this map for me. It's hard to tell where who is to the point. It's like she giving us some important she pinpointing some important information. That's what she doing. But she making it up to us to figure it out. What we are doing, trying to figure it out. But we can't figure it out without that missing piece of puzzle. It's a missing piece right here. And we got to find the missing piece. So she took y'all bet right here. But if you remember, we spoke the day before, we talked about the fiance timing. Where's her information at on the map? We talked about this morning, we talked about that baby mama. Where's her information? Dee still have the car on the 11th because she told us this month she don't remember. Then she, oh, I remember. What's going on now? And he told the fiance, she said, where's your phone? He said, I left the phone at home. Oh, okay, baby. All right. Yeah, I left the phone at home. So when did he go back and leave all these LIES in this case? Because he didn't own, if you're gonna go by the pinged, he didn't leave the phone at home because his phone is on the map. So they believe everything. The reason why it's so difficult with the time is because Job has got their mind. Job is in their mind. They let him do that because these grown women. These not no children. If the phone's at the house, then that's what he say things got. They gonna believe what he say. And their testimony is throwing us off. What she doing right here, y'all, she is summarizing her map. That's what she doing. She's summarizing the map. That's what she doing. But it's still some missing pieces out this map.
And so where does the phone end up, and at what time is the last entry for the 7 Mile and Berg area?
So the 7 Mile and Berg area is at 134.13, number 8. And then you see that big curved line, that's actually going to be line number 9, and that's when he's, the device is essentially moving away from the location.
Okay. And so that phone then was there for 40
to 134, 1240. He was right there in that little area for a long time, y'all. On 11. He was in 7 Mile for a while. Doing what? What would he be doing in the dog at p.m. Putting that stuff out there on them trees, putting her clothes, plotting her clothes out there. That's where his phone was. And the shoe. That to throw y'all off. I hear them talk about the little area, the little spot all the time. So they evidently they must have been out there to that spot before. That man out there at least about 30 minutes. Doing what in the dog? Early in the morning.
Sorry, 11:40.
11, yes, 11:40 p.m. to around 1:34 a.m.
11:40 to 1:34 a.m. That made the time even worse. God, the people, what he was doing, having a sacrifice, and what they having over there in the woods? What? It's dark out there, y'all. 11:40 p.m. to 1:34 a.m. He doing something. He out there doing something in the dark. That's a long time to be walking around in the dark, not doing nothing.
And on the 11th at 1:34 a.m., it starts to move away, which is road 9 on your first page.
Yes.
And y'all got to remember too, when the fiance said she took him to court. Y'all got to remember on the 9th and on the 10th, when she said she took him to court. Then said that they changed. He didn't know he didn't have court. Where's her? Where is she on the map? Where's his phone? Because she took him to court because he said he had court. I thought she said on the 9th, but he couldn't have court on the 9th because he was doing too much on the 9th. He was at work and then he was doing a lot of other stuff on the 9th. But the 10th, allegedly, she said she took the fiance said she took him to court. So what he do? Went to court, had her to take him to court while he leave the car. Where he got to go, then he went back to do what he was doing. He knew he had to do something because he didn't go to work. So we know you're doing something, Jarvis. Because suppose Jarvis had to go to court. Yeah. Okay, he thought he had to go to court. Okay. Suppose he had got locked up on the 10th. Then what? Do y'all think they would have found Naziah? And what were he going to court for? Because he went, but they canceled. So where was Naziah right then? I know Jarvis had to be done told somebody something. I'm talking about down at that courthouse. Because they had to lock him up because he's supposed to be turning himself in. Why did he go back out to go move wherever he moved? And stayed out there for some hours. For some, he was out there. He was out that boy doing something. Hold on, y'all. This is important right here. She said one of the subscribers that he talked to. This is crazy. Let me look. Put her right here.
Part of the search warrant return from T-Mobile includes subscriber information, correct?
Yes.
And did you get the subscriber information for this phone target phone number that we've been talking about?
Yes.
And do you remember what the name associated with this account was?
One of the subscribers didn't show any information. The other subscriber had, it was spelled wrong. It's like JAR.
Y'all heard what she said. And the second subscriber, it was spelled wrong.
IS.
And what was the last name? B-U-T-T.
I believe so.
How come that was like that, y'all? How come that information was one right? One more time. Listen to what she said. One more time. And he said, "Do you know?" He said, "Do you know the name associated?" And she used the word subscriber because she don't want y'all to know. She's smart. She said the subscriber number 1 and the subscriber number 2. See, she tell y'all who the subscriber number 1 is, and she said the number 2 subscriber was so wrong. It spelled Jarvis wrong. That's telling y'all somebody cooking in this case. That's weird. Now I didn't even pick up on her speaking about the 2 subscribers that are associated with his phone. She was tripping out the phone number 2 because she said it was so wrong.
And you had mentioned earlier that part of the search warrant return from T-Mobile includes subscriber information, correct?
Yes.
And did you get the subscriber information for this phone target phone number that we've been talking about?
Yes.
And do you remember what the name associated with this account was?
One of the subscribers didn't show any information. The other subscriber had, it was spelled wrong. It's like JARIS.
And what was the last name? B-U-T-T-S?
I believe so.
We have one moment. Can you go back to the exhibit that we were talking about for the Park Crest Motel?
This important, y'all.
I believe that's exhibit 36, correct? And what's the address for the Park Crest Motel that's listed on there?
20,000 Harper.
Did said 2,000.
Oh. Nothing further, Judge.
I have one question. That on exhibit 38, the last set of on the top left corner. Yes, sir. Log into the one. It's 38. It's 38. 39. 39. So there's a picture in the hall.
So that go bad. That go bad. She right. Catching on. Catch it, judge. Catch it, judge. You like me, you got that observation is something else. You catching it. Now, he went out there allegedly to put her clothes in the woods. Allegedly, him and somebody. I don't know, it could be that him or somebody. Because he's supposed to got locked up. Because the girlfriend took him to court, but then they didn't that morning. So he went back to doing what he had to do. So the shoe, the outfit, he wants y'all to focus. He wanted y'all to focus on that. He don't want y'all to focus. See, Jada didn't want y'all to focus on Nazaya. They want he wants y'all to focus on the clothes, like we doing now. Somebody smart wants y'all to focus on the clothes, not Nazaya, because now you got clothes and not a body. They searched that water. So where did he take her? Where did he bury her? What did he take her? I wonder, is he gonna have he talked about this or have told anybody? Because if he did, it's gonna break ice. If he did, it's gonna break a lot of ice.
No, I don't. Let's bear with them. No, I don't.
Now with the defense attorney, job of bus attorney, he's doing his job. He ain't said nothing stupid. He got to put them back in the box. Cause the jet don't came out of the box. And pay attention. I like his questions. Because his questions supposed to focus on what they putting out there as the prosecutors. So now he got to find a way to target them. Let's go back. This is gonna be very important what he says. I think both of them doing an awesome job. Both sides, prosecution and the defense attorney. See, he's smart. The three information is the only information that you use, miss. That though was the only three information you used to discover his phone. So you know what he's talking about. Come on now. You know exactly what he's saying. Because those your information, how you got your answers. So what she said,
the cell tower.
this I understand what she's doing. She analyzing the information that they gave her and the details to find information to what had she just going by the finding that they gave her, the information that they gave her. So she really just going by what was given to her, and she analyzing like we're doing now. That's what she doing. That's what she do. She don't set the stage where hold up, yeah. Oh, Captain sleeping good. Yeah, she said she just going by the detail that was given to her. And then she put it together like we're doing. That's what she doing. She didn't put the information on there. She can only speak about what she trained to do and what she know to do.
And I think you mentioned this is all historical information.
Yes.
And it's an interpretation, so it's not 100% accurate, correct?
When you say 100% accurate, the cell towers are landlocked. There's no interpretation there. You're talking about the intended area coverage?
Right.
The intended area coverage, they give you an azimuth, okay? And then that intended area coverage is generally around 66 or so degrees area coverage.
Okay. So the cell phone, the information you get is phone connecting with the tower, sending information that tells you this is the location of the phone.
Feeling under by boron.
For the actual address of the tower, they also supply the intended area coverage, which is the beam width of how far or how big the intended area coverage is, along with the azimuth, which is why we do it in the shape of a V. So they're giving you the V-shaped and the azimuth that is snapped in the middle. So they're telling us that's the intended area
That
coverage.
is the intended area. And Sergeant, it's true that the cell phone is going to get a signal from the tower that it gets the strongest signal from.
Generally speaking, yes,
That doesn't necessarily mean it's the closest, correct?
it doesn't have to be the closest.
Okay, and there are factors that will affect which tower or what sends up the strongest signal, correct?
Yes, there could be factors.
Okay. Things like the distance from the tower, obviously. The height of the tower, would that affect it?
What normally affects, I mean, it could, but what normally is going to affect anything regarding, connection to a tower, possibly weather, tall buildings, if you have a huge event where there's a ton of people trying to get on it, like Ford Field or Comerica. Those are the types of things that can determine where the strongest tower is going to be. However, here in the Metro Detroit area, it's still approximately a mile because we have so many towers that they can connect to. So you're not going to get one, you live like 20 miles away. It's still going to be within a mile radius.
Thank you for the answer to that. Now, is it also true that
So that go by what you said,
owned by the cell phone company?
to the point that go back to what you were saying, how many miles the towers up from range.
So they can lease it out, but you have the person that actually makes it, and then you have, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. They can all utilize any of the towers that you see here.
So your information is
But what tripping me out, my phone, I don't even have a SIM card on my phone, but it is knocking somebody's tower. It got a built-in SIM card. It must be a SIM card on the inside of my phone because I don't have a SIM card in this phone right here. But I have a memory inside the phone though. So what tower is my phone binging from? And it's with T-Mobile. To me, I can understand what he's saying. It could cause a conflict some kind of way because I had a cross line on my phone yesterday. My phone been messing up. So what tower is my phone binging with? Because y'all got SIM card and I don't. I have a built-in memory card, I guess, a memory system.
network from a T-Mobile phone, or vice versa. That's how they do their billing. That's how they, ensure that they have all the information that you receive is accurate. You're not going to have an AT&T phone,
That's not my question. And a single tower be utilized by multiple companies at the same time.
It could.
Would that weaken that signal, the capacity of that tower?
I'm not an engineer. I don't know how big this tower is, any specific tower. That's something you have to ask someone.
Okay. And it's also true that a cell phone can attach to a tower up to 20 miles away, correct?
So it could in, let's just say, Alaska or, rural areas in Colorado in the mountains where you don't have that many people.
But we ain't talking about Hawaiian or nothing like that. Let's stay within the state. Let's talk about Detroit, California, Atlanta. Let's talk about these towers that we have here. We ain't talking about Hawaii because ain't nobody in there from Hawaii. I don't like that right there. I don't like those distance that she's using for that because you're talking about those other countries. Now, well, we need to get back over here in this state. What about these towers over here in the different states? That would have been good if she had spoke on a different state in the distance and all of that. Here, we're not interested in the towers from whatever she's describing. I just think that was unnecessary.
Not servicing as many people as you would like, let's say, in Detroit. In Detroit, we have so many towers here that they're not going to utilize something that's 20 miles away and skip over, the hundreds of towers that you have. I'm not going to say never, but that doesn't generally happen here in Detroit. I have.
And there's general overlap, and I think even one of the slides you had, there's overlap in these towers, correct?
When you say overlap,
Meaning that a single area can be covered by multiple towers.
that's generally how it is. Even in the ones that we were looking at, you have one.
And that's the question that we got to think. Let's say something that for open discussion.
This is for T-Mobile or any company to make sure that they have coverage that you don't lose your service. You could have one cell facing this way, then here, then here, then here, then here. They're all going to overlap. So yes, you have to overlap.
So tasty, make it make Poseidon's switch to a spoon, only to my taste from gods.
Program called Penlink. What exactly is Penlink?
Penlink is a program that
I tell you what, I like the questions. I know a lot of people said those are stupid questions. He said, no, I like the question that he asked him. 'Cause it's taking me back to the phone not being at the girl at the fiance house and the phone not being at the Trisha house. The phone ain't being them. Some ain't right with that. The phone call information, y'all. Some is missing, and I like what he's saying because he know. He thinking like me. It's something missing out of there, but he knows because That's why he asking her all those different questions because I couldn't understand. It's not matching up with what these girls, the time that the girls saying, the ladies are saying. It's not matching up with that map, and I'm gonna stick with that. It's not. That mapping, something missing off the mapping. She knows it.
So and this is just we're right? We're across the border from Canada, correct? Have you ever gotten a message from Detroit that says you are local in Canada?
Yes.
Okay. But you're not in Canada, right?
Correct.
So that would be an error, right?
Yes.
So the cell phone can make an error, right?
That's not an error. They ask you if you want to utilize those
No,
terminals.
no, 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 no. It is an error. Anything computer. I don't trust from computers. They make mistakes just like we do. They break down like we do. They get confused like we do. They don't be right all the time like we do. They make errors that like they're doing now. It can make mistakes. She just won't. She can't. She can't say that it make an error like that because it's gonna make the company who gave her the information look wrong. So she got to be careful what she's saying, y'all. She got to be careful what she's saying.
And they charge you for it. You either say yes or no, and if you back to them, you're being charged for that, and they notify you in call detail records when you're out of utilizing international, or Canadian television.
Okay.
He asking her some great questions.
There was always a master plan.
I see where he going.
You also mentioned the multiple snipers.
You had the information from, I believe it was Sprint.
I like where he going because I brought that up when she spoke about the two subscribers. She spoke about one subscriber. She made me thought that it was either two people or two phones. Cause she said subscriber number one. And then she said subscriber number two. It was wrong. It wasn't they spelled they did da. She got I like how he picking up stuff that I'm asking questions about. I like that, baby. He own them. Now you talking about phones. Now you about to talk about Sprint. Now you talk about T-Mobile. If you're gonna say Sprint or T-Mobile, you're talking about two phones, two people, two phones.
merged with T-Mobile.
Okay.
So we're now T-Mobile, but we received again the T-Mobile subscriber information.
Okay. So there's that. So when you said multiple subscribers, not multiple.
Multiple subscribers.
And of course, you obviously can't say who was using the phone or who was with the phone.
Boy, that's it right there. Got it. That's why I say where what the phone was when he went and got the car. Where was the phone when he went and got a car? Where was the phone when she came to pick him up and took him to turn himself in? Come on, y'all.
Mr. Reagan's asked you about the timing. You mentioned UTC time. Just to be clear, all of the times that we've looked at in the exhibits are in Eastern Standard Time, so local time.
Yes.
And you mentioned something earlier, azimuth.
Yes.
First, can you spell that?
AZMIUTH.
Okay. And what is that?
It's just the center of the width of the. Basically, it's going to be the center of the width of the triangle.
Okay, or the V shape.
Yes, the V shape.
And that has to do with the intended area coverage, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said that Mr. Reagan's asked you about connecting to a tower 20 miles away. Remember that question?
Yes.
You said you had never seen that image, correct?
Not deterred.
How many times have you done this analysis? How many times have you put these maps together?
Since 2016.
And is that like in the thousands then, or less than that?
Oh, yes.
More than 1,000?
Oh, yes.
And that's all been for the Detroit area or Metro Detroit area?
Yes. The Metro Detroit area, yes.
And Sergeant, does the subscriber information that is received have a physical address associated with it?
That I don't know. You would have to actually look at the subscriber information.
Okay, with that refresh memory,
Yes.
May I approach that?
Yes.
Approaching with the subscriber information, you can just take that. Does that refresh your memory as to whether a physical address was associated with these CDRs or multi records?
Yes.
And what was that address associated with the target phone in this case?
13362 Wilshire Drive.
Bam. Bam. So you talk. So now she says it, but she didn't say when he asked her that question earlier, and I'm glad he came back to that. I'm glad he came back to that question because she never answered his question when he asked her that. She said subscriber number 1, this is how subscriber number 2. But he came back with his same question that he want her to answer to put Jarvis there. Wilshire. That's gonna be that right there. I'm glad he did that. What's going on at Wilshire? Where they did go in the house, y'all said that earlier. They did go in the house and did a search. It took his gun, and took the phone, took everything out of it. But still, where the number subscriber number 2 address at? What's subscriber number 2 address at? Who is subscriber number 2? Something going on at that address. That was good. That we found out today, and that's what we're gonna talk about. We found out today some information that we looked over. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna all the questions and answers, everything that we talk about in the chat. I'm gonna drop the link, and let's talk about it, y'all. Not what we talked about on another channel. What you just learned today. What you missed that you found out today. So I'm gonna drop the link. Stay focused on nothing else but what we talked about today. And what did you find out? What did you learn today that you didn't understand the last time? But you, now ain't talking about what nobody else mentioned, but you. All right, y'all. Let go the link. You go get you some popcorn or something to drink, eat, and you're welcome up here on this Grandma Funny Ethnic Grandma platform to speak on only what we talk about today. Comparison from we spoke on the other day. We spoke on the fiance time, and then we spoke on today. We reversed and went back and spoke on the fiance time, and those times it's not vary with the map that she giving us. So anybody want to come up? Anybody want to come up? They go to the link, drop in the link. Oh, that my girl. Y'all, shout out to my mod. She's taking a stand. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You enjoying your day off?
I did. I you know what? I'm embarrassed, but I slept most of the day. After I, got off with you, I went to sleep.
But that's what you're supposed to do on your off day. But we you were here with us earlier today. You're always here, but you was here with us earlier today, and you here with us now. And what is it that you really pointed out today that you didn't think about the first time?
Well, the mix for me is the mix up with the testimonies versus what investigators, detectives, whoever found. It's like it's conflicting. It's very conflicting. Like she said that he brought the car back at a specific time, but his phone wasn't pinging there. But in the back of my mind, I have to remember that a phone they're not pinging the person, they're pinging the phone.
Right.
Did Jarvis actually have that phone? Or
right.
That's the question: is where is the phone doing all of this?
Thank you. And then when she said subscriber 1 and subscriber 2, did you catch that the very first time? Or did you really draw your attention just then? I don't know what I was doing, the reason why I missed it.
I think what she meant, because Sergeant Shannon Jones mentioned the same thing. It's like his email and everything, like the text now phone that he had and all of that, had a different spelling in the name.
But you know what? You can't look at it that way when you're on that stand. She got to say what she mean. That's why the prosecutor had a question about it, and the defense have a question, and I had a question about that because she never did. She asked the answer his question at the end, but you got to say what you mean.
Right.
She can't. She changed. See, it's something about that mouth with skill. Because I really didn't hear. I didn't really. I'm still stuck on what I stand for on that right there. I didn't hear about the. You got to remember on the 10th. It's so much job did on the 10th because he thought he was going to get locked up. So if he thought he was going to get locked up, what did you do with the body? Where the body? Where you gonna leave her? Where you gonna leave it? What would you gonna do if you had got locked up? Because you were turning yourself in, but they counted.
Right. And that's, if I don't even know, they never really said or verified that he actually went there. You know, I don't even know if they would have any proof that he states he went to go turn himself in.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean, because they never did. I haven't heard if they actually verified that he was there and they didn't keep him.
And that could be a front.
Right.
Jarvis must be a mind person. See, I like to get into people's mind, but he like to get into your mind because he used it on the girl, so he think he's smart with what he's doing now. Because he made her thought that he had to turn himself in, which he may not have to turn himself in.
Right.
He would have knew what every person know when they supposed to turn themselves in because they get paperwork. And that Wearshot address is tripping me out with this map.
Right.
And the way he moving from the park, that hotel, and they go over him to this girl house. Job is trying to throw y'all off.
I don't know why he went to Nate's apartment. He's on Alexandria, but he went there. But you know, just from listening to, because you talked to her that day,
right?
I don't know if you asked her if she had talked to George. It seemed like she was kind of denying that she had spoke with him.
Right.
Talked to him in a while. And if you go to like other people that interviewed her, you know, her story is that she never talked to Jarvis. She didn't answer the phone any that day, and she didn't open her door that day because he actually went to her apartment.
Right.
On Alexandria.
She was saying on our show, she was saying one thing. And then when she with somebody else, she was saying another thing. And I just like to me, she got comfortable with me, didn't she?
Yeah.
And I didn't want thing about me. With the investigation, when you're doing an investigation, you don't want to get intervened with nobody in investigation.
Right.
Yeah. So I didn't want to get. I'm not the type that gonna intervene with your investigation. Now you had a question. You said I asked about the cemetery.
And
you said that's why I was saying it's hard to say where that it's some. I don't know why I brought that cemetery up before. We talked about that before to the point. It is.
No, you were saying you asked a question. You was like, do y'all think he dropped her out or left her at the cemetery or buried her there or whatever?
Okay.
I was thinking it's really hard to say where she is because they searched so many areas. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a cemetery never came up, but through like the mediums of people that like read whatever cards or whatever. That's the only time I ever heard of a cemetery. But in terms of the case and people talking during the testimony, the cemetery never came up.
I just thought about the cemetery because I was thinking about the surrounding areas. And you remember we looked up the cemetery, and I don't know. I'm just cause see what freaking me out is the 10th. If he had a turn, he turned it. Where is that phone ping where he with her, and she asked him where his phone. His phone is not. It ended up being pinged at her address because at the fiance address because the phone wasn't in the car.
Right.
He said the phone was at home. Where is Job is home? See, Job is smart. He bunny hop around to throw. He could do anything. A person like him could do anything he wants to do. Y'all never know really his permanent address
Until everything comes out. It's really hard to say because King got up there and say, well, yeah, he came back to work after he went to court. But, like, where is the proof that
But did he come? He didn't come back to work.
Well, I'm just saying, according to King, he came back to work.
Sure did, didn't it? But his friend said
they had to meet back up because you remember King say they went to AutoZone.
Right.
And then they saw Naziah.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a bit confusing. You really have to put the times together, but it's a lot missing.
But their times is not matching with my time. My thing is, I like the prosecutors and the defense. They like us. The questions that both parties was asking is what I was thinking. How how what why it just seemed like to me. I guess it would be come up in court, and it's gonna throw us out. Cause still we weren't there to hear what they saying in the courtroom. You know what I mean?
Right.
But somebody else, the person I like to hit the person who's saying what they saw and what they heard, who was there. This gonna be difficult right here. But I just want to trying to understand. What Job was gonna turn itself in? What made Job to think? What made Jarvis wants to think that he gonna turn himself in on the 10th when he wasn't finished doing a lot of things on the 10th and 11th? He was still busy when she came. Cause he didn't go to work on the 10th of 11. One of them days he didn't go to work on the 10th of 11. I thought Kendall said that he didn't go to work. He didn't come to work. He was so busy doing wrong.
Right.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of wrong. It was something else you asked me in the chat. Okay.
Somebody really have to sit down and analyze, put the times together.
Right. And see it like with Latricia house, she getting hurt. Is she really getting the days mixed up with the 10th and 11th? Remember, she threw it off and said, I don't know. I think it was the 10th. I don't know. It could have been the 11th. That's very important because that means he kept your away from you on that 10, a whole day. But you said that he brought the car back. That he came and kept borrowing the car. But I'm not going to be gone that long, so I ain't going to keep your car like I kept it a long time, telling us that he did something on the night. And this to me that then nobody called and said she was missing or she was a runaway on the night. They just called her on the phone. And the whole time he didn't hide her. He was sitting right there. I think it's somebody else in this. And Evelyn said, just my opinion, that the one with the blue car have a lot to do with it. See, I don't know. Her testimony, she was bouncing out that mother sucker early today.
Yeah, yes, she was.
Well, she was playing tennis. I don't know what wrong with her. She started changing.
But she got agitated because she couldn't keep up with the question.
Right. It's like, oh, so you gonna get me in trouble, huh? In the wheelchair girl, the wheelchair shy girl need to come to court. She needs to
Yeah,
subpoena
definitely.
her to come to court because that street came up a couple of times.
Yes, she does. That's probably what they'll have to do is subpoena her where she wouldn't have a choice but to come.
And for him to say he was at Alexandria, they need to let her come to court. I don't think nobody need to scare her off because
I don't know. You think she's, you know, okay to like speak without being
I
nervous?
think she'll be a good contender
Because she seems
because
like
how
she's
comfortable she was with talking to me.
right.
Yeah, it's the way it's your presence, how you come at other person. You don't just by work. I'm a people person. Work around people. Communication is something very important. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable talking to me, so I'm not gonna dash at you like that. I'm gonna talk to you. You young, so I'm gonna talk mother, grandma, and sister. I'll make you feel comfortable.
Right.
If she uncomfortable, she'll say anything. She's not gonna say nothing. She don't give you that much information.
Yeah, she seems like she's the nervous type.
Yeah, that's why I didn't come at her like that.
Mm-hmm.
I heard in her sweet voice. So she'll be a good contender for me. Contestant or contender. She'd be good. And let me see what else it says. Okay, yeah. And then she got the, like you said, just remember the for some that 20,000 hours is 8 p.m. Okay, well, yeah, that's right. Okay. So Latricia on Barefoot. See, but you know what? I don't care what nobody say. Butts play Butts played a role with somebody else allegedly in this name. And he ain't gonna tell y'all. He
Right.
spent a lot of time at 7 Miles. From 11 something to what I think they said 10 or 11 to 1 after 1.
Mm-hmm.
What is he doing in the dark? Out there in the
What
lake.
makes me wonder about that is it could have just been the phone out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Thing off. Could have just been the phone out there because I can't imagine him sitting in the dark either. Like
That's
that.
I wonder did somebody realize that, oh man, I got your phone. Or you got he spent a lot of time out there.
A lot. It was too.
Yes.
It had to be too cold to be just sitting out there.
Right. So what are you doing?
And then when he talked to King, remember he asked King to get the phone out the SUV with him. Beyonce.
Say what now?
You remember when King said, you remember the jail call between him and King?
Uh-huh.
And he was asking King to get the phone out of the back of his Beyonce truck.
And see, and he told the fiance when he was in her truck, she said, "Where your phone at?" So her address, then to me, didn't show up on that towers.
Now that Tashiana Davis, it didn't, but he called her several times though.
Yeah, he called her, but he went over there too. She took him to court, and she said, "Where your phone at?" He said, "I left it at home." So I just know what he doing.
I know about the dates in this court that's very off.
I wonder, will he tell?
And I don't think he's going to go down by himself.
I just don't think Jarvis want to stay locked up forever like that. But
he's not going to do this by himself.
And
the way he went off on Latricia when he was saying that Shannon was full of, you know what? He said it very angry, like, you know.
Right.
He knows a lot more than what she's telling.
That's right. I mean, she really like, oh, so this how you gonna do it? You gonna confront me?
Because she lied throughout. She lied throughout her whole
She
testimony.
sure did. If anybody paid attention from the day, she lied through the testimony. Did she try to tell the truth? Oh, so you gonna make me look like a fool, sit up here, huh? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. But the phone go back to the mapping information, something in there, and she don't have that. She not the one to. She has to go get that information, and then she have to analyze that information herself.
Right.
So she could be that lieutenant, well, lieutenant or sergeant. She could be a person just got that case. Everybody don't retired and left the case.
Most of them did, didn't they?
That's right.
Which was odd.
They left that case, and I'm surprised they let folks retire and leave that case and put that case on me. Most let first 48 people be trying to settle their case before they leave. It don't take all day to do this. You got to investigate. You got to do your job. So I think that what they did was put the pressure on these new people, and they got to come up and try to fix it.
They didn't start working on it until February.
Right. I don't know now with this big case right here, y'all, with the phone put him out there at 7 Mile. The phone put him at 7 Mile, but it don't mean that he had the phone. So what you just said, it don't mean Jarvis had the phone. And then it could mean that Jarvis had the phone. Because when he left, like you said, we mentioned something about the Parkcrest Hotel. Ain't that the hotel across the street from the job, right?
Let's travel in.
Let's travel in.
She was meaning to say 20,000.
Sure, it is travel in across the street.
Let's travel in across the street.
So
he had said 20,000, Harper. Parkcrest will pull up because it's right on the service road.
So I'm glad he corrected her. Because first she said 2,000, I think. Mm-hmm. She said the address wrong. But so Parkcrest is where the aunt said he take his ladies.
Yes.
But that's strange how he didn't take a lady with him.
I don't know. Like I said, I often wonder if he just went there to clean up.
That makes sense.
Because he didn't stay long.
He sure didn't stay long. It didn't go back either, did he?
I don't think so.
They didn't say it. You got to go by the information that they gave you on the information in the map, and he didn't go back. Not from what I always go by what they talking about in court. So in court, they never did say he went back. He left there and went to Alexandria, and then he got nervous. Then he thought he had to make it think that he had to turn himself in. Jarvis knew he didn't have to turn himself in. Jarvis went down there knowing he didn't have to turn himself in to throw y'all off on the case. That's when he went back to the mapping and everything, trying to get away with murder. Did he ever look at that video? Did they ever really check his Google or his Yahoo or whatever? He looking up how to get away with murder.
Right.
Because it's something he did. And I think that I don't want to put it on allegedly that wheelchair shy young lady needs to be involved.
Oh, definitely.
She sure do. It'll be good, boy. A good case. What did you get out of it? So listening to what them two said, what do you think? You said they got enough evidence to say that Jarvis did something to her.
I think Jarvis, not for me. I think he's more guilty of messing with those children. And if he had anything to do with Desire, I think that he had help, but he helped more than he had helped. You know what I'm trying to say? I
Right.
don't think that he had a whole lot to do with it.
And so these young people, they got it's so much when you talk about the computer apps that you can make it look like I was there. I had the phone.
Right.
There is so much on the computer now for the young people are so super with it. And you could use an app to put a person somewhere and they wasn't there. They can make the phone. Do you remember when we did D4VD? You remember they had the app that somebody told the sheriff went out there to his mama house and they said the phone beams from that house.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he didn't want that. Well, they could have did jobs like this.
Right.
It's so much they got to do. To me, it's not enough proof to say that he murdered her to me.
See, me either. I think that he's covering for someone. Now
He's covering up,
but I don't
like he's scared. You see a scary cat try to be a bully, but he's really a scary cat because his brother say he's not a killer.
Right. It's for me. It's pushing more toward, just for me, pushing more toward Shannon and the grandmother. And
what you say? Say that again.
You know, in terms of Maziah's unaliving, I'm pushing more toward Shannon, the aunt, and the grandmother.
I can't. It kind of like got low right there. Say that again.
I said as far as her unaliving, I'm pushing more towards Shannon and the grandmother, and that Jarvis helped them. But I'm not going to take away that he messed with those children. I'm not going to take away, the essay. But in terms of her unaliving, I think he helped with it.
But you know what? To the point, it's weird that you got that girl at that shop and ain't nobody came up there.
It called or anything.
Called, but you didn't come. And you ain't called him later on that night, did you? I mean,
well, according to her testimony, remember she said, I called him and I asked him, had he seen Cutter? Because she got it mixed up when the judge asked her to repeat it. And then she said, well, he texts back. Now she said, still no Tutter. And then he texts back, wow. But I think they had more of a conversation than,
Right.
Because even when Ripley, when she pointed out the phone numbers, kept asking Shannon, she was like, okay, whose phone number is this? That's my old number. And she was like, well, whose number is this? She said, that's my number. That's my old number. She said, so both of them are your old numbers. But on that phone log, those numbers, somebody called Jarvis from those very numbers.
That's right.
Yes.
And that day, they was talking to Jarvis.
Right. On the 9th and the 10th.
That's right. They was communicating with him. But he threw me off going way over there to that girl. Jarvis knew what he was doing when he was moving around. Because when he left the hotel and went to Alexander, where he go over her house for?
That's weird. I was tripping on that too. Like it seems like he was all over the place.
Right.
And then again, if he had the phone, was it him all over the place or was it?
That's right.
It comes down to like who actually had possession of that phone.
And she sure didn't want to say who subscriber number 1 was. And then she said something about subscriber number 2 spelled the name wrong.
She was saying that his name was spelled Jaris and then Jarvis.
She said the name was spelled wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. She said the name was spelled wrong. She said, she laughed about that. Oh yeah, they got that all wrong. See, I my team know they be observant, boy. They be paying attention. They ask the questions that don't nobody miss. Everybody don't miss, but the prosecutor and the defense attorney did an awesome job right here. But the unaliving, I don't know. I can't. I still haven't put him there. I am put out. Camper, stop.
Camper always in trouble.
Don't get behind me. Want me to get off of the live?
I don't ever hear you call Miss Minnie names.
Minnie be showing out, girl. Minnie, you don't hear me calling Minnie name.
Not much as you call Camper.
Girl, Minnie be showing out when I be on live late. She be over there eating and crunching and drinking that water, jumping down. Y'all might be thinking, y'all. Then I'll say, Minnie. She do that when I'm doing it. She going to her house now. She only does that when I do the highway patrol.
Maybe you disturb
Minnie
us.
shows out on highway patrol. Camper shows out when he ain't getting no attention like now. I don't be on him too long for him. And they think they're gonna get a treat, but they ain't gonna get no treat. I'm not gonna give it to them today. Cause they telling me what to do. I know what they want.
Right.
So they don't sit down now.
Like, did you forget about me?
They got looking at me like mess. But we sure appreciate y'all. Anybody out there, viewer, watching, and we appreciate y'all watching and everything. But always stick with your. Sometimes you have to change stuff because you can go to sleep on this case, and you can go to the restroom. You can go fish you something to eat. You can always go back to the video and revisit you can revisit the file and say something that you missed, and I always learn to do that. I don't care, like the Color Purple. I don't care how many times I used to watch Color Purple. It was something that I missed. Color Purple, right? Because I went to sleep.
That is my favorite movie.
That was my favorite. The first Color Purple that they made was my show, and I always go to sleep on it. And then I look at it again. I get up the next day and watch it again and go to sleep. Watching those. It's not like it did like you sleepy, like you was sleep. I was sleep too. When you was sleep, I was sleep. So my main thing that people need to go on, stick with their minds and go back and watch it and erase what you learned or been taught mentally and figure it out. Put it with you, like we just seen some stuff today. Now, what I was doing when she said subscriber 1 or 2, I missed it. What was I doing when I didn't realize that? I really didn't even see neither the fiance and the baby mama Latricia information on the map. What I was doing, anything could have been distracting me. So people, it's not. I always feel comfortable in going back and watch and listen because you could be distracted. It's people like distraction is simple. That's why that's why I do my reaction, stop it, and then go look at the chat. Not you talking. If you're gonna talk, not us, not the content creator. This is a reaction channel. They have to talk. But if you're in the chat and you're going to talk the whole time, then you ain't paying attention. You stuck on what you learned from another content creator. Right. No, you got to get in your own mindset and figure this out.
Now I have a whole spreadsheet that I did on this page, and I was trying to put stuff together, but I never thought about putting the times where Jarvis was. I never thought about putting it together.
Can you drop your link to your channel?
I'm not sure how to do it. I'm on my phone.
Okay. You got this.
But they can click my picture right there to the point, and it'll ask them if they want the channel.
Well, the next time you come on, put it down there. Once, like you type the information right there, put your link down there.
Okay. Thank you.
And did you share this video?
I will.
See, you gotta learn how to do this on your phone, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in the kitchen cooking, so.
So go when you get home or later. Go and
no, I'm at home. I was just in the kitchen cooking.
Because really, you doing your homework for class doing this.
Yeah.
It's a live thing that you can show them what case you're working on. That you work on different cases.
That's why I get so in depth because I mean that's what
Right.
I'm taking is forensic psychology. So it's more on the criminal side, more than psychology. But
Right. Well, okay, then I'm gonna call my son back before he go. He got to go to work in the morning. He called me when we was on live, but we appreciate y'all listening, dropping in. We're gonna stop right here, cause our thinking is our thinking, and I ain't changing no way I'm thinking. But
right,
to be honest with y'all, we come down to Jarvis, but they got the. I don't know if I'm on the jury. I don't see how they can say he did this. That's what I'm just saying. Me, I just don't. I can see. I the way he moved look like he doing something. He in it. He involved. I ain't gonna say he not involved. Cause he is involved. Cause he got a girl that he didn't call and tell them that he had, or did they know it already? Cause it wasn't reported on the night that she was missing. It wasn't reported on the night when she run away. It wasn't reported. And that's what the jury sent over there. Man, why they ain't report this? And they got kids. They got grandkids. They got god kids, children. So I appreciate you. The work that you do over here, I appreciate you. Don't never think not one chance I don't appreciate you.
I know you do. You always say thank you.
I really do. It just I don't know how to text good. To the point. Like if you email me something, I text you. I don't be knowing how to text good.
Oh, that's it.
I am not good with the phones. I'm not good with the computer.
Right.
So when I text something,
I say I'm gonna start coming up here more.
right? That's good too. I want y'all to speak y'all opinion. You know what I mean?
But a
I'm
lot of
not.
times
I'm not.
studying or at work. Of course, you know that.
Y'all got to work too. Then y'all be tired. See, but yeah, we appreciate y'all watching. All right then.
You have a good
Thanks
night.
for
And
being
everybody
here.
out there have a good night.
Okay, you too, babe. You got to work tomorrow.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, enjoy your day, and I'll get back with you tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Okay, then. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. I want to thank y'all too. I want to thank my subscribers, my viewers. Oh, way too fast. Thank you, babe. I see you showed up. We got men and women. Uh, got men and women mods, and they do a good job. And I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate my subscribers. Please get your membership. It ain't for $3. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Come.